There is a particular kind of invisibility that begins for men somewhere after 40. Not dramatic, not obvious, just subtle enough to make you question whether it is even happening. You walk into a room and realize people no longer react to you the way they once did. Years ago, women noticed your presence immediately. Conversations opened more easily. There was a sense that you occupied space naturally. Then one day you are standing in a restaurant dressed well, successful enough, carrying decades of experience, and somehow you feel easier to overlook. Most men think women stop wanting older men because age itself makes them less attractive. That is not really what happens. What disappears first is usually not attractiveness. It is certainty. You see it everywhere once you notice it. Men who once spoke calmly now over-explain themselves. Men who used to dress simply suddenly start dressing 20 years younger. They apologize for aging before anyone else even mentioned it. Women pick up on that immediately, not consciously maybe, but emotionally. Because women are not responding to age nearly as much as men think. They are responding to a man's relationship with himself after age changed him. And this is where most men misunderstand everything. A younger man often needs something from a woman instantly. Approval, validation, confirmation that he still matters. Women can feel that pressure within minutes. But an older man who has settled into himself creates an entirely different atmosphere. He is not trying to prove he belongs there. He already decided that privately. That changes how a woman feels around him. And women notice relief before they notice looks. Nobody talks about that part enough. A woman who has spent years around emotionally reactive men notices immediately when a man is calm without being passive. He listens fully. He does not rush to impress. He does not become emotionally unstable because she took longer to respond. Around him, she does not feel pulled into tension or performance. That steadiness becomes attractive in a way younger men rarely understand. This is exactly what I go deeper into in The Mature Man's Edge, because once you understand the emotional mechanics underneath attraction, you stop wasting years trying to fix the wrong thing. If you have not read it yet, the link is in the description. But here is the deeper truth. Women are not attracted to older men, simply because they are older. They are attracted to men who aged without becoming emotionally fractured. There is a massive difference. Some men age into bitterness. Others age into gravity. You can hear it in conversation almost immediately. A bitter man talks constantly about disrespect, modern dating, how everything changed. Underneath the words, there is unresolved disappointment. Women feel that weight quickly. But a grounded, older man does something different. He does not need to announce wisdom because it appears naturally in how little he reacts unnecessarily. He is harder to shake, harder to manipulate, harder to rush. And that creates emotional safety. Not safety in the soft, harmless sense. Safety in the sense that his identity is not collapsing every 5 minutes. She does not feel responsible for stabilizing him emotionally. She can relax around him because he already arrived relaxed. That is rare now. Another thing men fail to notice is that attraction changes as people age. In your 20s, attention often goes to excitement, energy, unpredictability. Later, many women begin valuing peace much more than stimulation. A man who brings calm into a room becomes deeply attractive because so few people do anymore. You have probably seen this yourself. The older man at a dinner gathering who barely speaks the entire night somehow becomes the one people keep drifting back toward. Not because he demanded attention, usually because he never needed to. Presence ages better than performance. What I have just explained is only one part of a much larger picture. The Mature Man's Edge lays out the complete framework for men over 40 who are done guessing and done trying to become younger versions of themselves again. The link is in the description if you want the full guide. And once a man understands this, his behavior changes in small but important ways. He stops treating every interaction like proof of worth. A woman notices him at a cafe. He notices her too, but he does not instantly tense up and start performing. He stays grounded, curious, unhurried. When they speak, he is fully present instead of mentally chasing the outcome. Most younger men cannot do that consistently because they are still trying to build identity through attraction. An older man who understands himself no longer needs attraction to confirm who he is. And strangely enough, that is often what makes women drawn toward him in the first place. Not because age made him valuable automatically, because somewhere along the way he stopped abandoning himself just to be wanted. This video only touched part of what men over 40 need to understand about attraction and presence. The Mature Man's Edge is the complete guide. Every chapter built specifically for men who are serious about this stage of life. Link in the description. Your copy is waiting. Until next time, take care of the man you became while surviving everything life demanded from you.